Thank you, Glada, for passing the glass on to me. Hello, everyone. My name is Muthi Nhlema, and I'm from Malawi. I run an organization called BASEflow that is focusing on working to improve groundwater sustainability in Malawi. And the one question or statistic that I wish people understood or knew is that 50% of your water, 50% of water globally is supplied by groundwater. Groundwater is what we like to call nature's insurance. It supplies half of the water that we drink right now. But very often, because we don't see it, we make a lot of assumptions about it, we over abstract it, we pollute it, and we just assume it will always be there. But like any other resource, it's a resource that we must manage better. And we must manage it better because half of our water is actually groundwater fed. So that's a statistic I wish people knew, that 50% of our water is actually groundwater. The next question I was asked to answer is, how do you think others should see water differently? Of course, I'm biased. I'm focused on groundwater, so I'll speak more to groundwater. Like I said before, groundwater is an invisible resource. And because it's invisible, we make all sorts of assumptions about it. Like they say, if something is out of sight, it's out of mind. And as a result, it's very easy to abuse, pollute, and over abstract that particular resource. But just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So I would really wish people saw or actually looked at groundwater as a resource that even though you don't see it, it is always there. It feeds your rivers. It brings water into your tumbler. It's always there, even if you don't see it. So that is one thing I would like people to really think differently about groundwater, that even though you don't see it, it's always there. The third question I've been asked, what gives you hope or inspires me to create a water resilient future? I think the thing that is inspiring me right now, there are lots of things that inspire me, but I think right now, as I'm recording this, the thing that inspires me is, ironically, currently with the global funding crunch that is there with traditional funding drying up or even shrinking in various parts of the world, what is now happening is that we are now being forced to find creative ways of looking for funding elsewhere to create a water resilient future. Just to give example, in Malawi, right now we are turning to insurance companies where we're trying to see if we can collaborate with insurance companies and investment companies to actually provide insurance for water points that are in flood-prone areas. So that's something we didn't think we would need to do because we always just assumed that funding, the traditional funding, will always be there. But now with this shift, we're having to shift as well and find new and creative ways to actually finance the change and the water resilient future that we want. So of course, that's at a micro level in terms of what we're trying to do. But I'm seeing a lot of examples of people waking up and saying, we need to find new ways of financing the change that we want. And that gives me hope that it's bringing us together, something which we were not able to do before because we were really bad at coordinating, but it's pushing people together to find new ways of collaborating and finding new financing avenues to finance a resilient water future. The last question I've been asked is, who would I like to hear answer these questions? I've been thinking, who would that be? And the person that comes to my mind is Euphresia Luseka. I work very closely with her in the rural water supply network. She's a champion for the disadvantaged, a champion for the vulnerable, really trying to make sure that people are not left behind when it comes to access to water. So I would really like to hear what she has to say. So, Euphresia, over to you.